Back quickly here at the TBC Media Studios in downtown Bakersfield. Zach Ewing, Trevor Horn with you. This is BVarsity Live. We've still got predictions to get to. We've still got some talk about state bowl games and that sort of thing to get to. Hey, let's bring up something that Brian Nixon doesn't want to talk about yet. Let's talk about state bowls.
You know, I've bit my tongue this entire time, and I was really going to kind of try to go the whole time and then look at Brian and be like, "Hey, Brian, guess what? A conversation without bringing it up," and then I
just walked through the door and ruined the whole thing.
Brian, it wasn't me. Just remember this.
I know that you don't want to talk about it, but is it in the back of anybody's head? Is it something you've had to avoid distraction from the fact that you get to keep playing if you win Friday night?
No, I think that's something these kids talk about. They want to continue playing.
Mm-hmm.
They like each other. They want to be around one another. That just gives us an opportunity to prolong this season and keep it going. And but the main goal at the end of the day is Friday night.
Right.
And that's one of those things that we haven't got that feeling yet. So we want to get that feeling that we get to practice on Monday in the second week of December.
One thing I'm not sure that people realize, because everybody seems surprised when I say this statistic, the last Bakersfield team besides BHS to win a big school what's now Division I football title in the Central Section was West High in 1981. Before anybody in this room was. No, you're old. Yeah,
He's older.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Sorry, guys. Before us three were born anyways. 1981. When you hear that, Zach, what does that mean to you? You guys could be the first ones, BHS has won like 8 of them since then, but since 1981.
Ultimately, that's the biggest goal is to play deep in December, and that's what we've been working for this whole year. But as of right now, we're just focused on focusing and finishing on this game right now that's ahead of us Friday night.
How about you, Matt? When you hear something like that, I mean, this is not just the D1 title for you guys, which I know is everything you want, but it's history for the town too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we want to make history. I mean, ultimately, we want to. Coach Nixon was talking about last year is an empty spot in our gym for a Valley banner, and we were kind of bummed. We thought the volleyball girls were going to get to put a banner up there in that spot before us, but the opportunity's there, so we're just excited to try and fill that spot. Make some history.
And Brian, I know we've talked about it probably much to your chagrin as well, but that's also the empty line in your resume. I mean, you've been there, haven't won it yet. Do you approach this sort of opportunity differently than maybe you would have earlier in your career?
I don't think so. I mean, at the end of the day, it's about the kids. It's their journey and their season that you look at, and there's going to be football later on for us, hopefully, if I get to continue to coach. And it's this guy's time, you know, and hopefully you want every team that you coach to finish on top. And that's the one thing that we really look at, that it doesn't matter. This is our chance. What's going to be our legacy? And we really can't worry about the past. We've got to worry about today and let tomorrow come.
And to be in this seat 2 years in a row is pretty special too.
Oh, it's awesome. I think it's phenomenal, and I think it's a tribute to these kids and their work ethic and their mindset. And it's a blessing. I mean, it's a true blessing to be able to play at this game, and we can't take it for granted, and we got to seize the opportunity.
I didn't mean these seats, actually. They're kind of old and dusty, but I meant in the championship game.
Brian, through this season, which has been really kind of a very unique season, adversity, a lot of great things going on for the last 2 months. Is there a moment or on and off the field that kind of just really kind of just ingrained in your brain, wow, this is a special group? Is there one moment that kind of just stuck with you, anything of that nature, where you just went, okay, this has been a lot of fun this year?
It's been a lot of fun just because we enjoy being around one another. But I think there's been a numerous things that have taken place that has made this year really special and also sad for a few guys. So you look at that, and I think it's one of those things that's brought this group together because of all of the adversity that they've had to go through. And all the success and fun they've had together has kind of made this a really unique season for us. And it'd be kind of nice for those guys to finish on top.
Right.
I just have to laugh. We were watching highlights there, and Luke Fringer makes that interception, and somebody goes up for a shoulder bump and knocks him over. But then you guys are right there to pick him back up, which is sort of a cool metaphor for this season. I asked Matt this earlier. Zach, let's ask you. Was there ever a moment this year where you just sort of had to slump your shoulders and say, you know what, maybe we're not the same team we were last year. Maybe we're not going to get back?
I don't think there ever was a point where I stopped believing in the guys and our work ethic. And we're not the same team we are last year, but I think we have opportunities to do better things than what we did, and one of those being winning Valley and getting that championship.
Everybody healthy, Brian? I mean, without giving anything away. I mean, we've got everybody on the field this weekend that you had last weekend.
Yeah, our right guard went down early. Blake Bryant went
That's
down
right,
early
yeah.
with his ankle. He's really done a nice job trying to rehab that. He's going to practice today, and we're going to see where he's at. But other than that, everybody else is healthy, yes.
So Liberty and Clovis, two very good programs. Clovis, very storied program. Liberty becoming a very storied program under Brian Nixon and these guys. We appreciate you joining us again at 7 o'clock Friday night at La Monica Stadium in Clovis. If you can make it live. If you can't, we'll have it for you on Bakersfield.com and on ESPN Radio, 12:30 a.m., 98.1 FM. Coach Brian Nixon for Matt Hubble and Zach Williams, we appreciate you guys joining us, and good luck on Friday night.
Thanks, Zach.
Best of luck. Hey, we'll be back on BVarsity Live. We're going to take one more quick break. We'll be talking some predictions and state bowl situations and those sort of things once Brian leaves the room right after this on BVarsity Live.
Still trying to figure it out.